Hi, I'm Peter Seligman, and I'm the president of Seligman of Associates, an insurance and estate planning firm located in Toronto, Canada. CI is a tremendous product that has huge benefits to everyone involved, to the client who will obtain it, to the advisor who provides it, to those individuals who make a claim on it, to the families who are involved with that claimant. All the way around, it's a fantastic product. The nature of the product is it fulfills a much needed area. We are in a two-tiered medical system, whether we want to admit it or not. It's access to care and it's choice. And critical illness provides you with the funds that allow you to go get the medical care that you want to get when you want to get it. Baycrest Foundation out of Toronto, which is a home for the aged, a very significant one, throughout world recognized. And the two things that I've come to learn is, number one, we are all living longer. We're living longer. We're not dying at 75, 78. We're living to 85, 88. But the other thing is we're living unhealthier longer. So where someone would get sick at 75 and die at 77, you're now living through to your 80s, but rather than being sick for a year or two, you're sick for a much longer period of time. What critical illness provides, if you have the long-term coverage of it, the permanent coverage, which is primarily what I like to put in place, is it gives you that safety net so that yourself, your retirement's not affected, your assets during your retirement aren't affected as greatly, your family's not affected. All the way around, it's just a wonderful tool. My sister came to me and asked me for some advice with regard to her own young adult children, all in their 20s. And I had suggested that rather than looking at life insurance, I think the more immediate need would be for them to get critical illness. The reality is that if your kids need financial help, they're going to come to the bank of mom and dad. That's the truth. Until your kids are financially viable, which is usually well into their 30s, and they're earning good money and their houses are reasonably paid for, etc. If there's a need for cash, if there's a financial squeeze somehow, whether that be caused by loss of job or a health issue, and that results in loss of income, they're going to come to you. So I advised my sister to take out critical illness on all three of her young adult children, which she did. Subsequently, 9 months later, my niece was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Fortunately, it was Hodgkin's, which is very curable if detected early enough. It was detected right away. She received the treatment that was necessary, but in her own situation, my sister lives near Ottawa, my niece lives in Montreal. It allowed for a few things. It allowed my niece to stop working and have the money to pay the rent and all the expenses of living and focus on getting well. It allowed her, because she would be going under chemo and radiation therapy, it allowed her to freeze her eggs because she was contemplating getting married at that time and subsequently has gotten married. And allowed my sister to take time off work and come down from Ottawa to Montreal to spend time and to take her daughter, my niece, to the hospital, be there to cook some meals for her and recover. And now, about 2 years later, everybody's great and it's a thing gone by. They didn't use up all the funds, so actually they used some of the funds for down payment on a house because my niece subsequently got married. There can be some very significant additional costs when you're ill. Those costs can be cost of care, medical treatment, you may have to pay extra for, which I'll come back to, but also your family. It's very expensive being sick. I had a very good friend of mine who was diagnosed with cancer 2.5 years ago, single woman, and throughout the course, she died last summer, and throughout the course of it, it ended up costing her literally several hundreds of thousands of dollars for prescriptions and meds that weren't covered by our local provincial government. Our health system is a very good one, but it's not set up for the high extras. It's set up for good, solid, basic care. But most people, when they get sick, they don't want basic care. They want the best. And the best costs money, whether it be the best drugs or the best treatment or whatever. So this gives you the funds to do that. This gives you the freedom of choice. It allows the people who are help take care of you to miss work, or people to fly in from someplace else where they may not be living where you are. All the way around, it's not cheap to get sick. This is one of the few things that an insured individual is going to do for themselves. It's almost a little greedy, but they're doing it for themselves. Life insurance is for your family and for your beneficiaries, etc., your business partner or whatever. Disability replaces your income. Yes, that's for you, but this is truly for you. This is for your own care. Those who do get it, they're very happy they've got it. Because they've got it, and they've got it for life.